And good morning and welcome to Live at 5 if you're here in African Central Time. And good morning if you are in the East Coast or in the US. It is morning. How are you all doing? Everyone around the world. We have a global audience and community. So this is a good thing. I am so happy that we have that. And how are you all doing? It is beautiful. We thought that winter was arriving yesterday here in Swakopmund because the fog came in, and they say that is the norm for this time of year. That is not usually sunny, bright, and beautiful. But guess what today is? We're going to get a sunset today. So I'm going to head down to the waterfront and give you guys a water coastal sunset, not from the balcony, from the waterfront. So I'm going straight down to the piers, and we're going to do some photography of the sunset. And so that means we're going to do our lesson. We're going to get out of here about maybe, I gotta make sure I'm out of here on time. So that way I can walk there because it is a mile walk, a mile and a half walk. So I'm going to walk down to the waterfront and give you guys an amazing sunset tonight. So let's do that. But a lot's going on in the world. I just heard that China was like, hey, we don't care about your blockade. We're coming through. Every day with this stupid Trump in office is hilarious. It's absolutely freaking hilarious. Anyway, it is all a joke. It is all a joke. So welcome again, Touch Base Daily, you wonderful people from all over the globe. And I am thankful that you are here. And so what else I want to do? Today I'm going to include Instagram since Instagram is working again. It seems that yesterday, I don't know why, they thought I was not me. And I was like, yeah. And then I even sent them my driver's license. But this is what happens when companies are ran by bots. The bots don't know. The bots are not smart. The bots only know what the humans program it to do. And you can't have a humanless world. You need humans. You need them. I'm just saying, you need humans. And that is what causes so many problems when you don't have the humans working. Oh, okay. Let me just get here. See, Gwendolyn, I did one of your things, right? La 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 la. Anyway, here we go. Touch Base Daily. I'm gonna put this in there. Let me put this in the public, and let's do that. I'm gonna add Instagram today. Since today is our Photography Tip Tuesday, if you're here for the first time, today is where we do photography tips. Welcome to some photography tips. That is what we do. And today's lesson is going to be on approaching strangers respectfully for portraits. And remember, these are all connected to travel and interacting with the public. Okay, so this is interacting with people from all over the globe. You can use these tips wherever you go. So today's lesson today is our Tip Tuesday. Let me get that on the board so everybody knows what today is. It is Tip Tuesday. So today is our Photography Tip Tuesday. And so that's what our lesson will be on, approaching strangers respectfully for portraits. Okay, there we go. So let me get our wonderful Instagrammers in. I do believe I have them here. And there we go, Instagram. I'm telling you, I'm a little exhausted today. I put in 2.5 miles walking, had 2 smoothies, 2 smoothies that I probably didn't need, but I had to have them. And I had a wonderful chicken wrap. So it's good. It was a good day. Today is a good day. It started out foggy and it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous today. We are going to have a sunset. We're going to have a great sunset. Okay, let's say hello to some folks. first person in the building. And if you're in the building, make sure you hit subscribe if you're here for the first time. And if you are here also, make sure you hit the like. Okay, make sure you hit the likes. Make sure you hit the likes. Okay. Da ba ba ba. Yes, I'm in a singing mood. Okay, here we go. First person in the building is our wonderful Tanya Moore. She says, "Good day, Touch Base Daily family." And for the silver this morning or this evening is the wonderful Lisa. Hey, hey, hey. Morning, everyone. She gets the silver today. And in third place is our wonderful Hannah. She says, "Good day, Ron and Touch Base Daily family." And also, I see the love between all of y'all. And I see Chris. Oh, wait. Whoa, I forgot. Mimi. Mimi is in the building. She says, "Good morning, Ron and RLPTBD family." So good to see you all. And also, Miss Chris R is in the building. She says, "Hello, everyone." Kelly A is in the building. Good morning, everyone. Good evening, Ron. Thank you. And then we have the wonderful G.R. Houston Jack. Good morning on the break. And she's on her break. She's always joining us for her break. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Hannah says, Lisa says to Hannah, "Are you in vertical? I never get this right." There's a little, when you look at the logo, it has a little smartphone. That's vertical. If it doesn't have that little icon that looks like a smartphone, it's regular landscape. Okay? That's how you can tell the difference. The little phone on the end of the title is the smartphone, which is the vertical. Smartphone equals vertical. Okay. Tanya's, let's see who else on here. Let's see here. Lady G, good day. Morning, Kelly. Yay. Okay, I was in vertical again. I could never figure this out, says Lisa. Get it together, Lisa. Hannah, you are in the vertical, I do believe. I know I have to take a call. We'll be back. Okay, here, she's coming back. And good day, Mimi G Money. And Money in the building. Okay, it's going to be 82 degrees here in New York City today. Woo! It's warmer there than it is here. It's only 67 degrees here today. Yeah, I love this weather here in the desert. Swakaman's desert temperatures are the best during the autumn and the winter. Well, I haven't seen winter yet. Winter begins when I'm leaving, so. But we're in autumn right now in the desert. And Food Plane is in the building. He says, "Hello, Ron and Touch Base Daily family. DS here." So good to see Mr. DS is in the building. No, the beard is for real. This is my real beard, Kadir. Welcome to the building. If you're in the building, make sure you hit like and also subscribe if you're here for the first time. But yeah, this is my real beard. Hello G, hello DS, and oh, thank you so much. Hall Cranker says Jesus loves you and God bless your family. Thank you so much. I accept that. I accept that. This says, "I thought you quit Instagram. I thought they kicked you off." No, they didn't. They found me. They realized I was real. I'm a real person, and that I'm in Namibia, and that I am now traveling the globe. They can't keep up with me. They don't know. They're like, "Hey, wait, you're in this country." But no, I had to interact with the bots. The bots finally got it together yesterday. DS, the weather here is gorgeous. It is, I think right now it is 66 degrees. 66 degrees with a beautiful breeze. So I'm gonna have to bring my windbreaker when we go down to the water today to show you guys the sunset. Today is a sunset day, and I'll be sharing the sunset with you all. DS says, "It is absolutely beautiful here in the East Coast and warm." You know, I don't like it when it gets above 80, so not good for me. We have here Food Plane says going to be in the upper 70s. It's overcast in the Dallas area. First of all, okay, here's a question for everyone. I always like to do this now because we have so many people from different parts of the globe. Where are you from? Put in the comment box. Where are you from? Not where you know. Where are you at right now, presently? Not where you're from. Where are you currently in the globe, in the world, in the States, in Africa, in Europe, in Asia? Where are you? And okay, KV, I'm going to give you a warning. We do not insult people for religion. So I just want you to know, if you continue, you will be blocked. You will be blocked. So do not insult people that believe in religion. We are all one, those that don't and those that are. So you do not have to rant about religion being invented for the control of people. You don't need to do that. No one needs to know. Okay, just giving you a warning. That's a warning across the bow, as they say. Food Plane says, have you been to Ethiopia? Tribes there are friendly, great for pics. Let me tell you, I would love to go to Ethiopia. I do believe next year I will have to go to Ethiopia. This year, I only have time for 2 more countries, and that is Tanzania and Kenya. Those are the ones I'm working towards for the last legs of my journey. Hey, Charlene's in the building. She says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. They say, hello, Charlene. Okay, Lisa said, okay, that's good. Glad you got the account back. Thank you. Yes, I'm so glad too, Lisa. So glad. We will both accounts back. All my accounts are back. But however, I don't know. They said something went wrong with my face. They said they were, it happened on my Facebook. But my Facebook has all kinds. I have like all kinds of levels of security on my Facebook. So don't know what happened, but I guess they were suspicious because I was using a URL from Namibia. So that happens. I see here, nice weather. Well, will you be mad because we're having a mid-80s type week here? Nope, not me. I do not like the 80s. I do not like the 90s. I do not like hundreds. I like the wonderful, cool 60s and 70s. Give it to me every day. Shirley says, it's getting too hot too soon here in New York. They said, so I was talking to Chris yesterday. He said that the weathermen have been saying that this is the earliest and fastest rise in summer temperatures so early in the year. So a lot of you guys are getting hot weather across the country. Manhattan. So some people are following direction. DS says he is from Manhattan, New York. Where's everyone else? Where are you? Where are you residing right now? Where are you? DS. And G says, I work today. She's in Fort Worth. Okay, that's 2 people that got the assignment. Oh, where are you? Food. DS says, wow, Tanzania and Kenya, so full of culture, great food. I heard Kenya has amazing food. I cannot wait to go try it. I heard a lot of things about the food in Kenya. So I am looking forward to it. Good morning, Kimmy Kim. But think about, we are in mid-April, not even mid-April yet, and we are having a string of 85 plus days. The planet is out of control. The planet is out of whack. Like I said, it's supposed to be even cooler here and cloudy and foggy. Yes, it was the first glimpse of what it looks like on a regular day here in Swakopmund, Namibia. Oh, there's Chris. Chris got the assignment. She is right now in Sacramento, California. West Coast in the house. West Coast is in the house. Thank you. Oh, yes. Kelly is in the building. She says she is in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Another Tennessean, another Tennessean. You and Mimi are in Tennessee, right? Mimi's in Tennessee. PA for Kimmy Kim. Kimmy Kim is in PA. What's up, Mr. Carl Brody? Carl, we have to set up a date for you to come on so you can talk and share. I would love to have that conversation. He had a great subject last week, and he said, "Can you come on?" Of course, this platform is always available to you, Mr. Carl. And Kim says, let me get there. Kimmy says, about 2 years ago, we had a day or two of 80s in Pennsylvania. But yes, right now, New York City is going through a string, 85. So I hear that is not normal, especially when you had 80s already. You had 80s last week or 2 weeks ago. Then you had 80s, I think, last month. Remember what winter looked like in New York this past winter? The Hudson was frozen. When I left New York City in February, New York was looked like Alaska. Okay, here we go. Look who's in the building finally. Mr. Bryson. He says, "What's up, Ron? What's up, everybody? Happy Taco Tuesday." Oh, don't say taco too loud because the president may get upset. Because we know taco tits. Yes. I'm not going down that road. I'm not talking about Trump today. No. I'm going to walk away. I'm walking away. Let me know what works for you and you'll make it happen. Yes, indeed, Carl. Remember, it's on your schedule. I can make it happen. Long as remember, just know I am 6 hours ahead. 6 hours ahead of you. Speaking of, tomorrow is tax day, isn't it? I just realized I have to spend more money. I have to give the country more money. So I'm sending that out tonight. Tonight, I will send more money to the IRS. Oh, just love it. Don't you just love paying for services that you don't get in America? One thing about the Europeans, they do complain about their high taxes, but you know what they say? They're okay. Because guess what? They don't have to worry about healthcare. They don't have to worry about dental. They don't have to worry about education. They don't have to worry about so many things. When they pay their taxes, they see it working. Not like us, not like we Americans. Some of us will benefit from our taxes. Some of us will not. And if you're the working people of America, you will not. You have to be extremely rich or extremely poor. We're not talking the orange man today. Today is all about education. We're talking photography today. But Bryson said it's going to be warm for the next 3 days. And save that for Wednesday. Yes, right. We'll save that for tomorrow. Tomorrow, Gwendolyn, myself, Chris, Elise. It's Lego time tomorrow. We're talking Legos tomorrow. We are talking Lego tomorrow. So the Iranians, they are doing a job with these Legos. With the Legos. I don't know if you like Legos like I love Legos. Oh, I love me some Legos. Okay, are you guys ready for lessons today? Today is, what time is it? It's 5:22. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get you guys out of class early, and then we'll do that. So let's get straight to the banners right now. Let's do that real quick. So also, again, if you're a part of this community, make sure you participate in the community. Get in there, post stuff, share. That's what the community board is for. Okay, make sure you do that. Also, we have in there, if you are interested in being on the mailing list, my mailing list, make sure you go to ronlewisphotos.com and put yourself on the email list. It automatically prompts you and you can do that. Also, if you are a business and you happen to see this and you're in New York City or in the United States, I will be back in the States My calendar is open for bookings from July 1st to November to Thanksgiving. Okay, so and then after Thanksgiving, I'm flying back here to Africa. So I will be in the States for corporate events and all that good stuff. Headshots, all that stuff for corporations. You know how I roll. And also, again, thank you to the Patreon folks that support this channel, support what we do here. It is your finances that support. And again, these lessons are all found in the Patreon page, the Patreon community. So if you want the lessons as they're laid out, go to the Patreon community. If you want the Motivation Mondays laid out, go to the Patreon members, to the Patreon community. Okay? And last but not least, if you're here, make sure you hit the like. And if you're here for the first time or seeing this for the first time, make sure you hit subscribe. And also, you can also support us by becoming a member. If you see those all the people with the green, those are members of this platform. Become a member, support. Okay, so there's many ways you can support what we do here. Okay, are you guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? It's time for school. It's time for school. And I know a lot of you like get out and you do your thing, but that's okay. There are people that do like the learning portion of what we do here. Okay, so let me see. Make sure I get in here. Before I start, I just want to make sure I got all everything up to snuff. Not much, just working on a few hours. Kelly says, I found mine yesterday or the month. When you first said that yesterday, I thought you were saying Legos. Nope, Lego. And because I have not seen the Lego memes, I'm playing hooky. No Legos. Yeah, you got to go definitely look at Lego, the memes from Iran. Anyway, it's time to do some class. It's time for class. It's Tip Tuesday, Photography Tip Day, and let's go. Let's do it. Okay, let me see what the Instagrammers are doing. Okay, Instagrammers are okay. They seem to be doing over there. They're fine. Okay, I have one thing to add to the Instagram page. Hold on. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. One thing I need to add to the Instagram. Here we go. Let me do that for you guys on Instagram. Copy and paste it right in there. Here we go, Instagrammers. Pasting. Okay, and there we go. And then here we go. And nice. Okay, so the Instagrammers are all set up too. Okay, so we're all set and ready for our lesson for today. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So I took this photo when I first arrived here in Namibia a couple of weeks. This is now going on 4 weeks ago. And this is my subject, since we are talking about travel photography. And always remember, what you do in travel photography, you can also do in everyday photography. It is my travel photography that led me into other parts of photography. I started out as a travel photographer. And so here we go. Photography tip for today: people and culture when you're traveling. Approaching strangers respectfully for portraits. Now, if you are a portrait photographer in the building, you are more than welcome to chime in. If you are a street photographer in the building, you are also welcome to chime in, share your thoughts, share your advice. This is a community event. Okay, here we go. Number one, there's 12 today. There's 12 lessons, 12 tips today, y'all. Number one, lead with presence, not the camera. Before lifting the lens, lift your eyes. A warm greeting, a smile, or a simple, how are you today, builds trust faster than any technical skill. People can feel when you're rushing versus when you're truly seeing them. Now, I have a buddy in New York City, Mr. Buck. Mr. Butch. Mr. Butch. He is an incredible street photographer. He goes up to people and he does exactly this. He greets them. Same with Jamel Shabazz. I don't know if you've ever seen Jamel Shabazz at work, But he goes up, greets them, hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And then next thing you know, he has a whole photo shoot going on the streets of New York or Brooklyn. Okay, number 2, share your intentions clearly. Tell them why you want to photograph them. For example, I'm documenting everyday expressions of culture and community for a creative project. Honesty disarms suspicion and invites collaboration. Okay, so share your intentions. It is okay to say, hey, I'm putting together a documenting my travels. I'm documenting the people here in this town. I'm documenting, I'm sharing, I'm thinking. I want to share the country. I want to share you with the world. Whatever, just be honest. Whatever your aim is, let people know. It's okay. People are okay with honesty. Number 3, ask for permission. Now, this is a slick one. Ask for permission verbally and non-verbally. Can I pause? I want to know how many people know about this. How many people know that you can ask for permission for people to be photographed verbally or non-verbally? Have you ever heard this before? Have you even heard of this before? Hey, Fifi's in the building. So good to see Fifi's in the building. Dr. Tachi's in the building. She says, hey, all, I'm driving and listening. What's up, Mika? I see you in the building. You. So good to see you. Put you on the screen as well. You. Okay. Have you ever heard of this? Verbally and non-verbally. Well, let me tell you let me share what this is about. Some cultures prefer verbal consent. Others respond to gestures. A nod toward your camera. Right. And then they will go. Where'd they go? Right? A raised eyebrow or a gentle pause gives them space to say yes or no without pressure. You can just simply point at the camera and they will give you a yes or no. You can simply look at them and, take out your camera or may I take a picture? And they say yes or no. You don't even have to say it. You just do this. But it's always good to interact if you can. Now, there are times as a documentarian, you want to photograph people as they are, meaning you're doing a story on a particular subject, and you're just capturing moments in the life of the town, the life of the village, the life in your family. And so you're just documenting. So there's times where you don't ask for permission. But, okay, in this case, we're talking about verbal and nonverbal asking for permission. Number 4, I love this one. Honor the no without hesitation. Honor the no. When someone says no, it's okay. A refusal is not rejection. It's respect in action. Thank them anyway. Thank you. Your grace in that moment protects your reputation and the community's trust, meaning the photographer's community, meaning all of us are connected, right? When one of us acts out of place, it hurts all of us as photographers. So be respectful. Don't get argumentative. Don't say, why can't I take your picture? No, just simply say, okay, no problem. Give them a smile, give them a thank you, and keep moving. Be graceful. Not everyone wants their photo taken, but you can almost bet there are some people out there that really indicate to you that they want their photos taken. For instance, can I give you some clues on this subject? Just going to throw this in there. The way people are dressed. You can tell if someone wants to be photographed by the way they're dressed, in the way they carry themselves. For instance, if someone's wearing a slamming outfit, an outfit that's like full of color and ostentatious and being all bold and beautiful, 9 times out of 10, that person wants to be photographed. They woke up that morning to be photographed. They put on that amazing outfit so they can be photographed. They want you to come up to them and say, "May I photograph you?" And they're ready for the pose. So look for indicators in people. Some people walk the streets letting you know, "I want to be photographed." Or number 2, if they see you with the camera and they pose for you, you know how people do on the street? That's someone that wants to interact with you and your camera. Take the opportunity. That happened to me today. I was just having lunch and a girl came down the block. She said, "Hey." I was like, "Okay, let's do it." Okay? So look for the cues. Look for those cues. They're out there. Okay, got you. Gwenda's listening to the lesson as well. Okay, here's another. Number 5, learn the cultural context. If you're photographing in a community that's not your own, take time to understand. As we like to say, my friendship circle, we always say, read the room. Read the room. Okay, what photography means in that space, whether elders should be approached differently, if certain attire, rituals, or objects require special permission. This awareness shows humility. For instance, I was at a birthday party and I was at a ceremony a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks in a row in South Africa, celebrating a birthday. Also, one was celebrating a get together. I let them know. I asked them to say, "Hey guys, is it okay that I photograph you guys? I'm going to be filming with my glasses. I'm going to be doing this. Is that possible? Is it okay?" And they go, "Oh, no problem, Ron." So always check, because in different cultures, cameras mean a different thing. You know, there's some cultures that don't believe in being photographed. They believe you capture their soul. Pennsylvanians, I think is that the Amish? Don't the Amish believe? I think it's the Amish that believe if you photograph them, you capture their soul. I remember reading that in my religious class. I think religion classes. I think so. But yes, be respectful of the culture. Read the room. Read the environment. Read the event. Okay? Number 6, let them participate in the portrait. And I see a lot of photographers that I know in this community that do this. Ask small, empowering questions. Would you like to stand where you feel most comfortable? Is there something meaningful you like to include? This shifts the portrait from taking to co-creating. It's okay. Ask them, hey, do you want to add something to this? Can I take a portrait of you? Can I photograph you? Is this something you want to add to this? Hey, this is going to be really cool. Let's create something together, right? You're co-creating, and it makes the photos much more, what's the word? The energy is more compelling, because you can feel people's energy through the photo. I don't know if you believe that. So here we go. Speaking of energy, number 7, keep the energy gentle. Move slowly, speak calmly, let silence breathe. It's okay. Silence is okay. It's okay. Your energy becomes the atmosphere of the portrait. I'm going to say that one more time. Your energy, the photographer's energy becomes the atmosphere of the portrait. Any questions? Anyone want to dive in? Anyone have anything to add to what I've already shared? Anyone out there in the photography world? If you have anything and you see this video, add it into the comment box. Maybe you can share more perspective. Okay, next we're going on to the last ones. Here we go. Let's go. Number 8, show them the photo. This is something I love doing because I love getting a kick out of people seeing themselves in a photograph. This simple act builds connection and often leads to deeper moments, stories, laughter, or even more portraits. It also gives them agency over how they're represented. Now, I watched some, like, again, Jamel Shabazz, those are my favorite. Jamel, Butch, there's a bunch of people that I look to and they do their street photography, and I've been with them as they've been in action. They always share the photos with the person. And it makes them feel, oh my gosh, I didn't know I could look that good. Or, oh my gosh, that is amazing. Because most people don't think that they can look good in photographs. And how many times have you heard someone say, I take horrible photos, I'm not photogenic? I always tell that person, you haven't been photographed by me. You have not been photographed by a great photographer. Maybe that's the problem. It's not you. Could be them. It could be the photographer, right? There's no such thing as someone not being photogenic. There's no such thing. Everyone can be photographed. Everyone. Number 9, offer something in return. Airdrop the image. Send it via WhatsApp, or simply offer gratitude and conversation. Exchange turns a stranger into a collaborator. Since I'm always interacting, most people have Instagram, I will always interact and say, hey, do you have an Instagram? Do you want to exchange Instagram accounts? Then that way they get to follow me on Instagram, and then they get to say hello, and then I get to send them the photo. That's how you can do it, y'all. Offer something in return. Everyone wants a free photo especially if you're a professional photographer and someone gets a photograph and you created something beautiful of them, everyone wants a good photo of themselves. Number 10, photograph with dignity, not spectacle. Avoid images that exoticize, stereotype, or reduce people to culture props. Look for humanity first. This is something that's very dear to Carl. Carl's in the building. Carl mentioned this last week. Avoid images that exoticize, stereotype, and reduce people to culture props. Look for humanity first. Gestures, pride, softness, humor, resilience. It's like when I went to the townships when I was in South Africa 2 weeks ago, and I had the opportunity to go to one of the townships. I wanted to share the township, but I wanted to share it in its everyday life, not poor people hanging out on the side and all. I wanted to give a balance to the story. And a lot of people gave me good remarks on the video documentary that I posted on Instagram. You want to be able to respectfully photograph people, especially when it is something traditionally seen on TV as, oh, those poor people in Africa with the flies around their face. No, that is not a representation of all of Africa. It may be a couple of places in Africa like that, but most of Africa is not like that. So, photograph with integrity. Same thing in New York. If you see someone homeless on the street, don't just photograph them on the street because you see them in a position of vulnerability. No, sometimes sometimes just good to just walk away and don't take the picture. Just walk away, right? Last two up for the bat. Number 11, capture the environment too. Portraits of people and culture are richer when you include hands at work, textures of clothing, street scenes, community interactions. These details tell the fuller story. Yes. So it's sometimes the portrait is not head on. Sometimes the portrait is to the left or to the right, and then the story behind them in a soft way, right? Sometimes you want to get them in, like almost think like a newscaster or someone in the field on the front line. They're telling the story. The newsman is in the story. He's in or she is in the story. They're telling it, but they're slightly off-centered so you can see what's going on behind them. So you understand the relationship to what they're saying. Same thing with the photographed. Tell the full story. And last but not least, leave people feeling seen and not used. Your goal isn't just a strong image. It's a respectful encounter. If they walk away feeling valued, you've succeeded. You succeeded. And I'll tell you that I tell you the story of the Cambodian man that was in Union Square that I was like, I need to take a photo because I feel it's my class. It was like an assignment that I had to do for a photography class. And the gentleman said, no, you cannot take my photo. And I say, what? In my brain, I was like, he goes, I am more than a photograph. And at first I did not totally get it. He said, I am more than a photograph. And I looked at him and said, okay, do share. Do share. Anyway, I started to have a conversation with him. I sat down. He was a chess player in Union Square, and he was famous for being a chess player in Union Square, which I did not know at the time, but I knew he played chess. So I sat down with him, and I asked him, I said, may I sit down and have a conversation? I would like to get to know your story. And then we had a great conversation. He told me about his life. He told me about his children. He told me about how he was adopted and the people that adopted him abused him. He told me about his life. He told me about his losing his children when his wife and he separated. He told me that he was one of the children of the killing field in Cambodia. He was one of the survivors. Well, I don't have to tell you what happened after, because, well, I will tell you. We ended up having an incredible conversation because the more he shared, the more I wanted to know, which is usually the case. Most people want to tell their story. So give them the space to tell their story. And then midway, I said, may I photograph you as you tell me your story, the rest of your story? He says, yes, you may. And so as he was sharing his story, I would respectfully bring the camera up and click and then bring it back down. And he would continue to talk and share more about his life. And I would take the camera, click, The light would be at a certain angle. His face would be at a certain angle. I wanted to catch certain angles, and I wanted to have it in context with the street and the lamp posts and all the other stuff. All that's going through my head. But the main thing was to listen to him. And then when it was over, I gained a friend. I gained someone new that was in my life, that every time now when I pass through Union Square, I said, hello, hello, or walk by and see if he was okay. But what was even more interesting or more intriguing is that when I presented my photos that I had captured to my instructor, who was a National Geographic photographer, she looked at me and said, you had an encounter. She knew, and I never said a word. She said, you had an encounter. You had a connection with your subject. In my brain, I said, how did she know? Because like we just said, you create the environment. You create the atmosphere. And the atmosphere and the environment that you create will come through in the photograph. So I leave you with this. People are more than just subjects, meaning you just got to get a photo in. For the photographers out there, the real I hate saying the real photographers, but you who are trying to document your life, document people, document the neighborhood, document your neighbors. They're more than just a photograph. Dig in and discover who they are. And you will be guaranteed to have some of the best photos you've ever captured. And I am so thankful for that experience because it changed my perspective for the rest of my career as a photographer. And I'm glad it was in the beginning of my career because it set the standard of how I interact with people. So I want to make sure I encourage you that when you interact with folks, give them your undivided attention and photograph them with respect. I think that's it. Anything to add on, photographers in the building? Did anyone learn anything today? If you learned something, I gotta have some feedback. If you learned something today, say yes or yes. Yes, I learned something. If you learned something today, put in the comment box. Yes, I learned something. I hope that whoever heard this or whoever's hearing this will walk away smarter than they arrived to our community. Thank you. Chris R says, she says, yes, she learned. And I love this one that Mimi says, yes, photographers matter. A skilled photographer can make a rock look like a diamond. Woo! There's so much to be said about that statement, Mimi. So much to be said about that statement. Mimi says, yes, I definitely learned something today. Okay. And if you happen to be seeing this video, it's not live. Obviously it won't be live after we shut off and leave you guys. If you got something out of this video, put it in the comment box. Hit subscribe if you want to be part of the community and learn. And you'll find all in our When you look at our page, the first top, you'll see all the other lessons, also videos that are inside our community. Okay, guys, thank you, Fifi. Fifi says she also got something out of this. Thank you, Fifi. Okay, I think that's it, y'all. I will see you at the shore. I will see you at the shore in roughly 40 minutes. 40 minutes. I'll get down there by 6:30. I think I'll get there by 6:30. And we will go live together and we will see the sunset, the Namibian sunset, which I have not been able to give to you since I've been here. So I'm looking forward. It's going to be a beautiful night. It is gorgeous tonight. So join me this evening. It won't be just a membership sunset, even though I was almost tempted. But no, this is for everybody. Everyone will get a chance to see it tonight. So let's enjoy the sunset together in 40 minutes. So I'm gonna pack up, get myself together, head on down to the shore, and I'm gonna give you guys a beautiful sunset here from Swakopmund, Namibia. Love you all. See you soon. See you in 40 minutes. Okay, for most of you, not. I'll see you tomorrow. Later.